Hey, you really, your offense is going. You're not just winning, you're dominating. And, you always had that underhook, but you're getting to a lot of different positions for it. Can you talk about the evolution of your offense?
Yeah, I think, honestly, in the past couple months, I've added a lot. Shots at both sides of the body, being able to string together different attacks, and it's just a byproduct of the way that I train. I think, I've always thought in my career it's just a matter of time before I start to really figure things out. And just when I felt like I was figuring things out, I would, get stopped, and have to force me to add another wrinkle to my game. And I think the matches I'm wrestling right now, like being able to respond after giving up the first takedown, giving up another takedown, things I wasn't able to do in the past. So not being afraid to mix it up and realize that there's very few humans on this earth that can go 6 minutes with me. When I wrestle at that pace, regardless if I'm bleeding or if it's, a sweatshop out there, like, I'm gonna find a way. And I think if you watch the way that I train, it's not surprising. And just gaining confidence from that in my own self instead of people telling me, now I believe it. And now I know I can wrestle really hard, score in different ways and just make it messy. And that guy's freaking good, man. Like, scoring 15 points against that guy is really not easy. And, even just at the end, like, getting another takedown, just to send a message. Yeah. Just to send a message, like, you're going to have to kill me out there. I really think that. Like, you're going to have to really take yourself to a dark place to be able to come out on the scoreboard against me. And like I said, those are things I might not have believed in the past, but now I just have a ton of confidence. And, you got to be able to back it up, too. Like, it's one thing to be able to say those things, but then to be able to go out and execute and just have faith in myself and the way that I train, it's important.
So obviously one more match to go, but talk about how you're feeling. I mean, after that dominant performance, you touched on it a little bit, but talk more about just what was working in that match against, as you mentioned, a very tough opponent.
Yeah, well, he was somebody that I knew he wasn't like a super big 92, but really fast. He's got really good low attacks off of guys creating action. So I think the game plan was just have really good head position, and he got me right away. So it was kind of like a wake-up call, but he was also really good at slipping out of underhooks. So just adding in a couple of like different setups, where it was a stutter step and go, or just catch him reaching, like just get into the body. And that 4 was huge, 7-4 and a lot of blood time, and just to respond and stay in the offense instead of backing up. I think that really sealed the match. And then at that point, just don't concede anything. Never give up 3 points. Finish the match with a tech. Yeah.
What's going on with the man? Why did he come up? I've never seen.
Dude, I've never seen anybody do that. So I was bleeding a lot. I was trying to keep it, and they obviously knew I was bleeding. So they got it. The guy came out with a wet mop and mopped all over the center. He didn't have a dry one. So I'm like, put Vaseline on my face. Jamil, get the towel. But then it was like, just calm down. And what I went to mentally was 7-4, 2 minutes. And like always in practice, like, hey, we're gonna go with 2-minute go. You're up by 3. Where are you going to? And in my mind, it's like, I've been here before. Go get to a hook, go get another safe score, open up the match, and I was able to do that. So just really trusting my training, and Coach Jamil and Zach and Pat just like constantly putting me in those positions. And honestly, like a couple weeks ago, it was me, Matty Singleton, and Case and Howe, and Sharkbait goes like that in situations. And it's like, you feel so terrible doing it in the room, but then when you get out into the world semis, it's like, I've been here before. I know where to go. It doesn't make it any easier, but you trust in the fact that you can accomplish it. So I think just really trusting in my training and staying poised when it was, kind of a little hectic, a lot of different stuff thrown at me, just staying poised, and just a lot of growth on my end to be able to handle that, I think, because, a couple years ago, even last year, I probably would have got really, really rattled. And just to stay poised, I'm proud of that.
Gazi-Nurmagomedov?
Yeah, over Pierceport, I think. I didn't make that official.
Yeah, I think it's Gazi. Any ideas, thoughts? Do you know anything about him? Do you care?
Well, I think Pierceport is probably the favorite coming in, and I think a lot of people, because of our style is so similar, that was a match I was kind of prepared for. But that guy's really good. Obviously Russian's got a lot of skills. Got to stay poised. Got to be able to push the attack without getting out of position. But right now it's just enjoy it for a couple minutes, like get my weight. I don't have to lose a lot of weight, so I'm doing things right, and I think I'm proud of that. Like, whoever I have to wrestle, I'm going to give my full effort, and every time I go onto the mat now, it's like just a little self-talk, like, go out and wrestle as hard as you possibly can. Like, you train to do this, have fun, don't care if I lose. Like, I've got my family in the stands, my fiance, my brother are here. Like, I can't lose. I've already won. My faith is really strong. I've grown in that a lot, and it's just I've already won. It's just going out there to have fun and do what I've always wanted to do. It's a dream come true. So, yeah, regardless of who it is, he's obviously really talented. Just bring the heat. I'm ready to go.
All right, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Good job.